wonder why our schools are falling apart. Y'all are the example that you're setting.
At a Bass Pro Shops in Odessa, Texas, a massive brawl broke out. As we let this play once more, there are many takeaways, and they are these. The two men who slugged it out paused, went to assist their respective friends, it appears, then just resumed and threw more haymakers at one another. The second is the UT guy running after another and throwing punches with one hand. He'd floor the dude and then mouth off at him. The Bass Pro Shops workers, I'm sorry y'all had to deal with this, honestly. I look at you guys and think, one, what a thankless job, and two, how helpless. Because y'all don't get paid enough to deal with shtick like this. My goat in this entire video is the woman in light blue. She wrecked these dudes for doing what they did, and rightfully so. Thus, what we know thus far is this, and it comes from multiple outlets, including TMZ, who printed that there was some beef because the bathroom line took too long for some people, and they grew irritated. They write, the rumble went down this past Saturday in Odessa, Texas, and according to the police report obtained by the outlet, the clash was caused by one guy accusing another of hogging the restroom. They also printed, the Odessa Police Department told the outlet they responded to the disturbance Saturday at approximately 2:52 p.m. The cops said two men were arguing while waiting in line. That's when it turned physical. While the men have been banned from the store, what is rather notable is this, everybody. It was the grand opening. I repeat, it was the grand opening of the store. The Independent would add. The men who initiated the fight were issued criminal trespass warnings and have been banned from the Odessa Bass Pro Shop. They suffered minor injuries but did not require hospitalization. Their identities have not yet been released. The Post would print, Bass Pro Shops was founded in the year 1972, location Springfield, Missouri, by a man named Johnny Morris, who began selling fishing gear from just 8 feet of shelf space inside his dad's liquor store. That is per Bass Pro Shops' website. Furthermore, over the years, it's grown into a major outdoor gear retailer, selling everything from fishing and hunting equipment to camping and boating supplies, with a ton of stores featuring aquariums and wildlife displays. Currently, they have more than 200 locations across North America. In the state where this brawl took place, Texas, they have 18 stores in total. So here is my takeaway from all of this. First off, if people are taking a while in the bathroom, there's a certain social contract in there. You know, first off, wait patiently. Secondly, maybe you tap your foot, you cough, you groan. What you don't do is escalate. You don't create a situation out of nothing, all right? I don't care how badly you got to use it. Second, the woman saying, you know, you guys need to lead by example, and you're not doing that. I feel this. I feel this because we do need that. There's no argument here. But saying this is the reason why their schools have so many problems, I would say partially agree. I would also say it is because of the limited amount of resources that y'all's state of Texas are putting into the public school system. The reason why some of these kids are failing whether it is through a letter grade or through their behavior, is because Texas ranks near the bottom when it comes to school systems, when it comes to education. The World Population Review had them in the 40s. So I understand what she is saying, and I could meet her in different aspects. But blaming it all on parents, look, if they're crappy parents, they're crappy parents, all right? Does she know these people? Does the well run that deep that their kids go to school with her kids? I don't know. But what I do think is important is having that same energy for school vouchers. I think it's important to have that same energy for the curriculum falling short, or having that same energy as it pertains to billionaires profiting off of public education or lack thereof, and not holding that same energy when teachers have to purchase their own supplies for their students. That is where I want y'all to really hone in on all of this. What happened here is atrocious. There is quite literally no doubt about it. And I don't think anybody would argue with that. The ways that these dudes are going about beefing with one another is beyond pathetic. And maybe they do need to have more leadership at home and be a man by not doing this, obviously. But let's also understand how the means of a system with which we must operate in are completely flawed. And that is largely, I would argue, the reason why there is so much lack of a success in the public school system in this country. So I look forward to this woman not only combating stupid idiots like these, but also maybe making the argument at a public school board meeting. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.